right, race fans. Welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans. Welcome to Road America. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Indycar Series hits Road America. What a fast track. 35 laps today, and it's race number 5 of the season. Who's got what it takes to tame the road course, Road America? There's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, the Indycar boys hit Road America, Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Clear off the snow, boys and girls. It's Road America. It's race number 5, and it's a High Octane Racing League Indycar Series. All right, thank you so much for coming in here and joining us here at TurnLeftTV. Good for you today. IndyCars in action. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV, and we are at Road America, man. What a great track. Not one of my faves, personally, but that's just because I'm a horrible race car driver on those road courses, and this is a lightning fast one. So again, race number 5 of the season, and we appreciate everybody being here to watch the race today. We are in the practice session. Appreciate everybody's attendance. Today's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server for your league's needs, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. How about hosting your website or your online store, VPS hosting, or shared web hosting? You can also get those available through EliteHostingUSA.com. And that's who provides our service here at High Octane Racing League. Don't forget to join us. Click on that link to the Discord server, and that's where we do most of our business. But you'll get updates of points, what we have, what series we have going on, who's leading what. Of course, quick link to TurnLeftTV, who's running what throughout the week. We got a live timing as well. So please join us over there at highoctaneracing.net. I want to say thank you so much for all those folks who come out and watch the races. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody being here today. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. You'll get the video out there for people to see. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Thanks to all those people who have, and continue to join us here each and every week. And don't forget to smash the bell. You'll get updates of when races are going live here at TurnLeftTV. And about 5 minutes left in the practice session. And we can take a look at the track here at Road America. I've got 4 miles in length. I guess there are different configurations, but 6.5 kilometers, 14 turns, and lightning fast at this track, baby. You got to hold on, strap yourself in, hold onto that wheel, and pray as you get around this track. Fun track, though, very fast. Guys who really have, I think, are the most brave are the ones that are going to come out on top here at Road America. take a look at the IndyCar Series standings coming into race number 5. Alexei Salviev. Big lead for him. Eugene Fedorov sits second. Dana Grover third. Dennis Yudichin is fourth. Gordon Carter fifth. You see Emerson Sirkowski, Ben Cage, William Snowden, Stanislav Pavlov, and Andre Fedin is rounding out the top 10. We're looking at P11 through 20. Page 2 led by Claudio Bardelli Jr. Meshkov in 12th. Spindle with 13th. Hugo Correa 14th. And Hank Jan Steneker is 15th. Shepard Stanley, Mark Knopf, Iglesias, and Roy Todd rounding out page number 2. And you see Franco Alvarez and Mateus Zielinski, and Sean Jacobs 21, 22, and 23. Hank Steneker says, Hank Steneker says, can we name it Turn Left and Right TV today? He was in the chat session in the in-game right now. Being a funny guy. Like I haven't heard that one before. Let's take a look at my keys to the race here at Road America. Manage the fuel. Big one here. So fuel mileage, if you can stretch it, you might be able to squeeze out some more laps or one less pit stop. Use the draft here, man. Very, very fast. You got to set up those passes, race the track. It's easy to get caught up with this wide track and these fast speeds. Get caught up with really battling a lot of people here. So you got to set up those passes, race this track, and manage the traffic, man. This thing will reach out and bite you if you lose your concentration. Those are my keys to the race here at Road America. Knock over a few signs. Got about a minute left here in the practice session before we hit qualifications. And it looks like I might be doing the DM live on air, so I'll be muting the microphone. Later tonight, some more road course action in the stock cars. Daytona Road Course, 35-lap race number 3 in the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder season. And, this will be the broadcast tonight. I get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, and mix it up. And this time, I got my work cut out for me, man. 35 laps at Daytona Road Course. Wow, what am I thinking? Come on out and join us if you'd like to race. The QR code there, and if you're in our Discord server, you can always ask for the roll, and we'll give you the roll. And come on out and race with us. We'd love to have you at Daytona Road Course, Saturday Night Thunder. This series has been going on for 22 years. These guys headed over to the qualification session. Best of luck to the drivers here in quals. Take a look at Mateusz Zielinski. His qualification attempt. I think you're looking at somewhere on the order of about Salviev winning this qual session. We'll see. Gotta move that over, huh? So Zielinski crossing the timing line here to start his first time lap. 2 time laps in quals. Track where you can really, I mean, you have to use some of these overrun areas, have to use some of those rumble strips. I think it's part of the rhythm here as well, including going back last night's race in the stock car series, Daytona Road Course too. It's almost mandatory to use some of those rumble strips there, get more speed. It's just a rhythm type of thing. Kind of lets you know where you are, helps you flatten out the turns a little bit. 39.028 there in sector number 1 for Zielinski. Zielinski. Six, 717 sector number 2. See what does Zielinski lays down here up the hill. .145.743 for Zielinski. Steneker here with his coming across the line. Let's see where he lands. Fedorov right now, second. And Steneker, 145.376 goes to the top of the grid. Take a look at bid cage. 145.376, time to beat. Steneker at the top of the grid here so far. .46.715. In that second sector for Ben Cage. up the hill here. Let's see. He's got a shot. Ben Cage might have a shot here. Oh, 146.887, third on the grid. Look at Gordon Carter. In 145.376, the time to beat. Gordon Carter in the 56 car. And 144.973 is the time to beat. Zaleski is second. Correa is third. Ben Cage fourth. Gordon Carter currently shown in fifth. Let's see if he can improve upon that time. Second sector there, a little bit off. 1.31, I believe, seconds. Hey, my glasses are. Oh my God. Off the pace there at sector 2. Want to get a good starting position right now. Fifth on the grid. Ooh, 149.974 for Gordon Carter. Right now, fifth on the grid. How about this? Our points leader, Alexei Salviev. A little bit off there in the first two sectors. So he's going to have some work to do here on lap number 2, I believe. Fifth on the grid for Salviev. Bumping Carter down to actually sixth on the grid as Snowden back now down to the top of the grid. Wow, Snowden fast here. So Snowden, 143.990 is the new top time. $143.990. So Salviev, Pavlov as well out on the track. William Snowden out on the track. Oh, William spinning that car in the second lap. And spins the car. Wow. So that first lap gets him to the top of the grid. Let's see where Stanislav lands. Salviev up to sixth on the grid. And Stanislav looks like he's backed off. And finished his 2 timed laps. Salviev here in lap number 2. So Salviev up to fifth on the grid, 146.237 is that second lap for him. It looks like everybody has gone out, and we will do the DM real quick. So pardon the silence. I'll be back in just a second. All right, appreciate that. We got quals over with. That was pretty painless. Thanks for waiting with me here in utter silence. Let's take a look at the results. William Snowden with a 1:43.990 qualifies P1. Jan Steneker qualifies in second. Mateus Zaleski qualifies third. Ben Cage will start. Hugo Correa starts in the fourth position. Ben Cage starts fifth. Gordon Carter sixth. Dennis Udichin starts in the seventh position. Starting in eighth is Stanislav Pavlov. Eugene Fedorov starts in ninth position. Andre Fedin starts in P10. Starting in the 11th position is Dana Grover, and John Stanley starts in 12th. We actually have 14 drivers. Looks like Meshkov and Salvi. Wait a minute here. He was, Salvi rejoined.
It's fine.
All right, hey, thanks for being patient here. All right, now, I had to let the dog out, man. She was giving me the stare. This is something like you don't get in real broadcasting, right? You know, they don't bring their dog to the track. If they do, the dog's in the RV. Again, we'll take a look at the track here at Road America. I've got 4 miles in length. I think it might be a little bit different configuration, but I got 4 miles, 6.5 kilometers in length, 14 turns, lightning fast track. And, man, you have really, really got to be up on the wheel and just be fearless at this track, in my opinion. It's a very, very fast track, and I am horrible at this track, to be honest with you. I can't believe guys are this brave to get this car out here and get the laps that they get out of it. Of course, we'll take a look at the schedule here. Next week, final race of the season, a 100-lap race from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So half length of the real Indy 500. I guess we're going 250 miles. So that's coming up next week, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, my home track, right here live on TurnLeftTV. High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks back in action. We'll be over there in Western Illinois. Gateway Raceway, right there on the river. The old Mississippi. Race number 7 of the season, 120-lap race from that egg-shaped oval, Gateway. We were just there in the Indycar series, too, so going to get the trucks out there beating and banging around. And this has been a lot of fun, man. I've been racing in this series, and I've had a blast. Come on out and join us. QR code there on the banner. High Octane Racing League Bushwhackers Series back in action next week for race number 4 of the season. 90-lap race from Michigan. It has been a while since we've been at Michigan, man. It's a wide track, a lot of room to race here, and it's really just flat out. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be race number 4 of the season, live right here on TurnLeftTV, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on January the 26th. That's Friday, January the 26th. Take a look at our side-by-side view, making sure that is working. Looks like it is. That's great news. I like it when stuff works. Again, thanks for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. I appreciate everybody watching the race, whether it's live or on replay. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't done so, get the video out there, the algorithm talking, and I don't know how to talk. Get people watching this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Thanks to all the subscribers out there, and smash the bell. You get updates when races are going live here at TurnLeftTV. Had a lot of fun doing this, man. I get a lot of great compliments, and I think guys would like to be able to go back, whether it be right after the race or, a couple years down the road and bring up an old broadcast or whatever. They're all out there. I've got well over 400 broadcasts that I've done. That's a lot of hours, bro. And I do all the stuff here at TurnLeftTV, all the graphics, all the setting up the broadcast, all that stuff. But I really appreciate all those people coming out and watching the races. It's so fun to be able to do that stuff. Well, here's my pick tonight. I got my pick in. My pick is William Snowden. He's been fast, so I think he's going to win this race tonight. All right, boys and girls, this is it. Let's get this party started. So it's Road America, 35 laps tonight, today, depending on where you are. Let's take a look at the starting order. William Snowden starts P1. Jan Stedeker starts in second. Mateusz Zielinski starts third. Hugo Correa starts in P4. Starting in the fifth position will be Alexei Salviev, our points leader. Ben Cage starts sixth. Gordon Carter will start in the seventh position. Starting in eighth is Denis Yudishin. Starting in ninth is Stanislav Pavlov. Eugene Fedorov starts in the 10th position. Andre Fedin starts 11th. Dana Grover will start P12. Starting in 13th is John Stanley, and Alexander Meshkov starts 14th. The pace car is absolutely sick fast here right now. I don't know why the pace car has to drive so stinking fast, but the pace car is absolutely ridiculous here. Sometimes these track builders, man, I think they just throw in some time and they don't realize how hard it is to get around the track at these speeds, double file. Race keys here, manage fuel, use the draft, set up those passes, race this track, and manage that traffic, man. This is lightning fast pace car. This guy is not wasting any time. Well, the pace car is beating the hell out of the field right now. All right, here we go. I think we're ready. Everybody's sort of tightened it up. I think they can do it now. Pace car's off.
Green flag, green flag. Go,
and
go,
we
go.
are green here at Road America. Snowden to the inside. We've already got one off. Yudichin, I think, might have gone off track. Looks like he's okay now. I thought we had one off in the grass. William Snowden is the leader. Zielinski is in second. He and Stedeker, though, having a battle for P2. Stedeker to the inside and gets around Zielinski. Salviev there trying to get through. Salviev looking behind Ben Cage. On board here with Salviev running in P5, our points leader. Getting race the track here, man. Hugo Correa was the one who came off track. Looks like he has lost the front of his car. So Correa came off track and now has some has some problems, it looks like. Take a see. Yeah, this is a little bit after the fact. So Hugo Correa had some trouble on the start. And now he's going to have to come down pit lane and get some repairs done. Take a look here. This is Salviev and Cage battling it out. Ben Cage trying to hold on to that position as Salviev going to the outside. Oh, little wheel touch right there. Little wheel touch, and Ben Cage holds on to that spot. Alexander Meshkov, Dana Grover here battling. Dana Grover, left side of your screen, and Meshkov gets by. Meshkov now up to the 11th position. Dana Grover falling back to P12. Salviev giving it a second shot here. Salviev to the inside. He's going to have a preferred line. He gets by Ben Cage. Cage wants to try to sneak back around. On board here with Salviev as he sets his sights on Zaleski. And Ben Cage just behind. Now back in the 4th position. Good action here throughout the course, man. I'll tell you what. And Zaleski's now falling back here as he's lost a couple positions. I think Salviev has gotten by. Look at this. Salviev climbing up onto the back of Zaleski. And look at that. Ben Cage going to sneak through right there. He says, thank you for the hole. And wow, Ben Cage taking that spot. Zaleski loses a couple spots there. Take a look here as Salviev goes to the inside. Ben Cage says, I'll take that spot too, thank you very much. And Zaleski has to tuck in. But I think Ben Cage not going to let that go by. Take a look at that a little bit later here as as Zaleski is not going to let that go by. He goes back to the inside. He gets back around Ben Cage. These guys having a fist fight right now. Let's take a look at Gordon Carter here. Gordon Carter running into 6th position. Good run here for our Canadian. Just behind him is Dennis Unichin. So a good run there for him. He's in P6. Stanislav Pavlov running in the 8th position in the 60 car. Actually 62 car. As Eugene Fedorov just behind him in the 8 car. Oh man, Stanislav a little squirrely coming off the turn. 62 was cattywampus there. As he's holding on to that spot, but Fedorov's starting to sniff around for that position. This guy's still getting after it. Right now, Pavlov holding him off in the 62. Fedorov in the 8 car, running in P9. Look at that, they're side by side. Fedorov had an opening, he backs off. Pavlov had a little trouble with that turn. And that's going to allow Andre Fadin to close in. Oh, Meshkov in the fence. Alexander Meshkov in the fence in that 7 car. He's going to have to duck down pit lane. I turned hard right and go right down pit lane. He's missing the wing on that car, and he does exactly that. So Meshkov having some trouble here. Let's take a look at the replay. So look at Alexander Meshkov just gets off on the curb right there and just loses the back end of the car straight into the tire barrier and loses the wing of that car. And now goes down pit lane. So he says, oh man, I'm missing the wing here. Let's get this thing onto pit lane. Let the guys go around. That was Dana Grover getting by. So Meshkoff on pit lane. Take a look at Dana Grover now running in the 11th position. Oh, Fedorov in the fence. Fedorov in the fence. It looks like Pavlov and Fedorov got together. Take a look here. Fedorov to the is the front car, and Pavlov gets into the back. A little punt. Punts him into the fence. Wow. And Pavlov carries on, but Fedorov eats the fence. Take a look at this again. You see right here, Pavlov gets into the back of him. He was trying to avoid him, but punts him right into the fence. And he is in big trouble now. And he's going to have to come down pit lane to get that taken care of. How about up front here? Throw a blanket over the two of these guys here. Snowden and Steneker battling it out, P1, P2. Right now, Snowden is our leader. Take a look at our side-by-side there as Eugene Fedorov coming down pit lane to get some service done on his machine here on lap number 5. William Snowden has about a half a second lead over Hank Jan Steneker. Salviev is in 3rd. Zaleski is 4th. Cage is 5th. As you see Fedorov coming back out. On board here with Steneker. To close in on Snowden. Snowden has been lightning fast. That's who I picked to win this. A lot of laps to race. As you see Fedorov get his car repaired, back out on track. Take a look at Zaleski. Zaleski is in the 4th position. Kind of out there by himself right now. About 6 seconds down to P3. Ben Cage definitely in that postal code, though. He is just behind, about a little under 2 seconds. Back running in the 5th position. So Zaleski right now in P4. Take a look at Andre Fedin and Stanislav Pavlov. Fedin hold on to that spot. Pavlov running in the 9th position. Fedin running in P8. Pavlov there going a little wide there in that turn. Take a look at Dana Grover here running in the 10th spot in the 89 car. Trax VR sponsored Indycar. I believe Gordon Carter painted that paint scheme, as a matter of fact. He's got some skills, man. Let's take a look at John Stanley. He's running in the 11th spot, hoping to crack the top 10. He's plugging away. Here in the 12 car. Take a look at Eugene Fedorov taking up a spot as looks like Meshkoff is on pit lane. Meshkoff's had some more trouble. Showed up a little bit late here. I know he's been a busy guy. And now on pit lane. He had some trouble there early on in the race, and that thing, I think, is just snowballed into bigger trouble. Well, Snowden. Oh, no! William Snowden spins. Oh, Staniker gets around. Snowden spun. Oh, boy. We were taking a look at Snowden just as we were joining him. He comes around, and he's going to lose 2 positions. He's now back to P3. So something happened there. William Snowden comes around. Let's take a look and see what happened here. So, Staniker. Oh, Snowden just loses the back end of it and loses a couple spots as Salviev now in that picture. And Staniker had a ringside seat for this. Staniker looking on the outside. Snowden just hits the corner a little bit oddly and then spins. And he doesn't get into anything. That is the great news for him. Take a look out of the front of, out of the back of Snowden's machine. And Salviev, we'll take a look at him. Watch this. He's in P3 at this point. And wisely gets out of the throttle and navigates through some potential disaster. Just lost the back end of it. Now he's going to have to play a little catch up. As Staniker is our leader. Meshkov has retired his machine. Hate to see that. Alexander Meshkov retiring early from the race. And it's good to see him out. Hugo Correa also retiring. He's had some trouble, big time damage for him, and he says, hey, I'm done with this, man. So 2 guys out of the race now, Hugo Correa and Alexander Meshkov. And our leader is Staniker. Stanislav Pavlov in the 62 car to the inside of Andrei Fedin. And Pavlov gets by. Fedin now dropping back to the 9th position. Pavlov up to P8. So good pass there. Good clean pass there for Stanislav Pavlov. That's P8 and 9. Pavlov and Fedin. Staniker has been so close to getting a race win. Really likes the ovals. Now coming out here mixing it up at Road America. And just behind him is his teammate, Salviev. William Snowden back in the 3rd position. Now he's about 6.5 seconds down to the race leader. So he's probably boogered up those tires a little bit. Zaleski is in 4th. Ben Cage running in P5. Staniker now starting to roll up on some lap traffic. Just ahead, Eugene Fedorov, who's had an interesting day here at Road America. So I would suggest to you that Staniker is going to get a lot of room once he catches up to Eugene Fedorov. Fedorov has been on pit lane. He got the repairs done, so it's a little bit fresher tires there. But look at that, Staniker lightning fast and gets around. So a little bit of a wave by there for Eugene, or from Eugene Fedorov for Staniker. And now Fedorov is 1 lap down in the 12th position. Take a look at William Snowden here in P3. 7 seconds down, about 6.5 to 7 seconds down. running in the third position. He had that just a little hiccup there, lost a couple spots. Now the teammates, Steniker and Salviev. P1, P2. Let's take a look at Zaleski is in the fourth position in the 41 car. Just behind him, Ben Cage, half a second back. And that battle there for P4 is heating up. Ben Cage misses that turn just behind. Came off track just a smidge, and Ben Cage just back there in P5. On board here with Zaleski. Couple teammates there, as you can tell from the paint scheme. So Zaleski and Cage. Cage is starting to close in, man. I'll tell you what, Cage is a little bit faster. He's just trying to find a way to get around and not lose his concentration either. It's easy to get your concentration on that car ahead and take your concentration off of the track. And when you do that, your time slow down and potential disaster ensues. So on board here with Ben Cage, running in P5. Just ahead of him is his teammate, Mateusz Zaleski. Gordon Carter running into sixth position. Been a really quiet night here for Gordon Carter in the 56 car. And he has got a really good run going. P6 is, nothing to sneeze about right there. And he's doing a great job, and just behind him, a little ways back, is Dennis Uterchin in the 47 car. So good top 10 run here for Dennis. Stanislav Pavlov, a little interesting early segment earlier in this race, a little trouble for him. And he is running in P8. Andre Fedin just behind in the ninth position, just a smidge under 2 seconds back to P8. So Fedin in the ninth spot right now. And rounding out the top 10 is Dana Grover in the 89 car. Trax VR sponsor machine. So good top 10 run here for Dana Grover. Take a look at here. I don't know what happened there. Zaleski just retired. Looks like he lost his connection maybe. Let's take a look and see what happened. He just disappeared, so he might have lost his connection. And yeah, it does look like that might be the case. And that's going to help out Ben Cage as he moves up to P3. So Zaleski losing his connection. It looks like he's going to rejoin. That happens in sim racing, man. Staniker's now thinking, oh my gosh, I don't want to lose my connection, man. Let's keep this thing on the track. Let's keep my connection rock solid. I think you got to be looking at pit stops here fairly soon. So Steniker is the leader, his teammate. Salviev is in second. Snowden third. Ben Cage in the fourth position. Gordon Carter now up to P5 with Zaleski's connection issue. Take a look at John Stanley, now in the top 10. In the 12 car. Actually, I think he's running the 11 car today, but John Stanley, man, he can get in and drive anything, really. He likes to come out and just have fun. I think he didn't get too serious about stuff. He had a pretty good night in the stock cars last night at Daytona Road Course. And here he is mixing it up in the 11 car. I don't know if he drives a 12, but in the 11 car here in the Indy cars. He's running in P10. See just behind him, Staneker, our leader, closing in. We know John Stanley, very track aware, has given him a lot of room. Moving over to the right and giving Staneker the room that he needs. John Stanley tucking back in. And there goes our race leader. Stanley now down 1 lap in the 10th position. And I'm hearing some pit stops are in the works for a few drivers. I believe Gordon Carter had indicated that he is going to be coming down pit lane. So we'll have to keep our eye on Gordon Carter here on lap 13, indicating that he is ready to make a pit stop. And there we go, Gordon Carter coming down pit lane. Or going up pit lane, if you will. So I'd mentioned that I thought pit stops were coming very, very soon. And that looks to be the case. I don't think these guys are going to be able to make it just on one pit stop. They might have to do a dash and dine there for the fuel. Doesn't take too long to get 4 tires and fuel in the Indycar. And Gordon Carter finishing up that pit stop. Now coming back out on track. And he only lost a couple positions. Now he's back to P7. Andre Fedine is on pit lane, as well is Dana Grover. Take a look at Andre Fedine on pit lane here on lap 14. Andre shown in the 8th position, 1 lap down. Dana Grover also on pit lane. So that's going to beg the question, when are the leaders going to come down pit lane? Maybe they're going to try to stretch it to lap 17. Lap 17 will get you just about halfway. Staneker, the leader, 4.8 second lead over Salviev. Salviev has really owned the ovals this season. Staneker had a shot of making a run at him, but couldn't get close there at Gateway. Zaleski has rejoined. He is 1 lap down in the 12th position. So looking for a points night for Zaleski. So good to see him back at it. Unfortunately, now back to P12. Gained some spots there. He's got four other cars that are a lap down. John Stanley indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. So some of these guys get a little bit better fuel mileage, I think. And I don't know, man. I'm wondering if Staneker can actually make it to halfway. So John Stanley peeling off the track to come down pit lane. And I think you may see Salviev is under fuel save strategy. Starting to drop a little bit of time to Staneker. Maybe he is saying, hey, I'm going to save fuel. I'm going to try to do this on one stop. Some of those guys that have just come down pit lane, I do not think they'll be able to do just one stop. Do a little splash. John Stanley gets a penalty, it looks like, for speeding on pit lane. Oh, my gosh. Let's take a look at William Snowden. He is not really panicked. I mean, he's only around 8 seconds back to the race leader, about 3 seconds back to P2. Now P2 is sort of, falling back to him a little bit. I really think that Salvia may, you see some chat in there in the channel, indicating that maybe a little fuel save strategy by Alexi. 20 laps to go. I just really question whether they can make it to halfway. Take a look here as Gordon Carter closing in on Stanislav Pavlov. Gordon Carter making pit stop here, now moving back up to P6 as Pavlov falls back to P7. And Gordon Carter now in P6. On the lead lap. Pavlov also on the lead lap. So 6 cars on the lead lap. Ben Cage running in P4. Out there by himself right now. Just making some laps. But a good top 5 run here for Ben Cage. Kind of an interesting behavior there in front of that car. In the straightaways. So John Stanley has to come back down pit lane, and you see him now exiting pit lane as Zaleski now gets by. So John Stanley serving the penalty now finds himself back to the 12th position. See right there, Gordon Carter getting by. Gordon Carter running in P6. And it gave him a lot of room. And that's a lot of racing savvy right there. That's just track aware. Understanding who's coming up. Get the blue flag, time to move over. How about Dennis Shudichin? Good top 5 run for Dennis Shudichin. This guy races with us in the stock cars, which is like 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning to race with us. And he's there almost every single week. One of our drivers from Kharkiv, Ukraine. I think our only driver from Kharkiv, Ukraine. And he gets up early in the morning and comes out and races with us. And, we've adopted him, really. I mean, he's part of HORL now. He's part of the inner fold, I think, of HORL. And he won a button box quite a while back at one of our charity events. And I still have the button box here. He says, don't try to send it now. I'll probably never get to me. So it's still here waiting for him whenever he's ready for it. Looks like Steniker has come to pit lane. So our race leader on pit lane, Salviev on pit lane as well. And that gives the race lead back to William Snowden. So the P1, P2 peeling off the track, come down pit lane. And those guys pitting together like teammates would. And William Snowden back to the lead. He wants to put a little distance between he and Staniker and Salviev. And hopefully those guys have a little trouble when they come back off. I don't hope it. I mean, I'm thinking maybe William Snowden has opened that. Those guys have a little trouble with some lap traffic. So Snowden back to the race lead as Staniker and Salviev back out on the track after making pit stop. About 3 seconds separate P2 from P3. Take a look at Hank Staniker in the second position. See that gap now, 30 seconds. But he's on fresher tires, so you know he's going to start eating into that time once he gets these tires heated up. Take a look at Andre Fadine. Fadine had a pretty good night here, man. He's running in P8. Definitely a good top 10 run for Andre. And a little bit of action there getting around. See, there goes Salviev running in P3. Salviev on those fresher tires, and Fadine gives him a lot of room. John Stanley getting that spot back. It looked like John Stanley getting the spot back. It looks like Zaleski on pit lane. Remember, Zaleski had some trouble. You see him on pit lane here. He had some trouble, got disconnected, reconnected, was able to get that car back around. And so we have now William Snowden, I believe, will be Staniker getting around as Snowden made his pit stop. I think we missed that one, huh? No, Snowden came off track, it looked like. Snowden might have come off track. Let's take a look. Now, where's William Snowden? Oh, he's on pit lane. There you go. So William Snowden on pit lane. And now he finds himself in the third position. Back in third. So Snowden back out on track. That wasn't Snowden on pit lane, was it? I gotta get my head out of my ass. Might have been Udichin on pit lane. Because he is on pit lane right now. Snowden back down to P3, and Hank Staniker is our race leader. So we go back and take a look at that as Snowden finishing up his pit stop there. I guess that was him. Finishing up his pit stop. Coming back out on track. A little bit of a replay there. So Staniker back to the race lead. He's got a 3.5 second lead over Salviev. A lot of laps to go here at Road America. Gordon Carter now back up to P5. Continuing to climb up. The 56 car having a good top 5 run. Man, he is going to be ecstatic with this, I think. And that racecraft just keeps getting better and better and better. I think he's better at the road course stuff, you know, the GT3, the Indy cars, than he is with the stock cars. And you know, I think he'd be the first to tell you that. Get some laps in and And that's what it takes, man, really seat time in these road course races. And, you know, that would include, of course, Indy cars and our GT3 stuff. And he is running in the 5th position. Good run there for him. We'll take a look at Salvia. He is about 4 seconds back to Hank Steneker. Steneker now 1:46.234, the fastest time of the race. And if you're going to do it, you're going to do it on the second half of that race. Snowden is on pit lane. William Snowden on pit lane now. So he's pitting a little bit off sequence. As you see William Snowden now, he's in P3 making his pit stop. I think these guys might have to come back down pit lane. We will see. So maybe better fuel mileage for these guys. And Snowden coming back out onto the track after making his pit stop. Now back to P4 as Ben Cage gets by. And let's take a look at Ben Cage running in the 3rd position. Snowden is in P4. Good tight battle here. About to 0.7 of a second separate the two of those guys. But remember that Snowden has fresh tires. He's back there in the 4th position. And I would suggest he's going to be closing in here on Ben Cage here pretty quickly. Running into a little bit of lap traffic. Right there, Dana Grover. Let those guys through. Dana running in the 10th position in the 89 car. So good battle here on the track. This is for the 3rd position. Ben Cage is in 3rd. William Snowden running in the 4th spot. And Snowden. Ben Cage and Snowden there. So, Snowden back down. A little crossover move there. William Snowden picking up P3. But Ben Cage says, I want that back. Wow, good teammate battle right there as Snowden picking up P3 on the fresher tires. Ben Cage back to P4. Take a look here as this got crazy right here. You see a little fishtailing going on as they enter the turn. He did not want to give that up, and a crossover move by William Snowden. He put on a clinic right there. Putting on a clinic, and Ben Cage getting off track, kicking up a little dust. That was a good little sequence right there. Look at this. He's on board here with Snowden. He tries to get around. Ben Cage dives into the turn. Snowden says, okay, I'll go this way. Ben Cage falling back to P4. Steneker's time is 3 seconds. Salvia closing in just a little bit. I think it was up to around 4. About 3.5 right now. Salvia closing in just a little bit, I think. And those guys are teammates. P1, P2. Snowden in 3rd, Cage 4th, Gordon Carter in P5. Let's take a look at Dana Grover here in the 89 car. One of our Trax VR drivers. These guys provide a place for sim racers up in the Calgary area. And what a facility those guys have, man. Just somebody from Tracks VR. She can certainly tell me how many sim rigs they have, but it is pretty impressive. Got some ladies that show up sometimes and try to distract the men from racing. But who knows, man? The ladies might get out there and do some racing here. Oh, a little sideways. I said ladies, and Dana Grover got sideways. The 89 car. What a great-looking paint scheme there. And Gordon Carter did that scheme, and a great-looking Tracks VR scheme. Take a look at this battle here. This is Fedorov and Fedin. Fedorov getting around Andre Fedin. And Eugene Fedorov had some trouble early on in the race in this 8 car, but now finds himself up to P7. So is salvaging a pretty decent run, top 10 run out of what was a mess early on. Fedorov races with us a lot in the stock cars as well. And getting here, mixing it up in the Indy cars. Punk rocker, man. Does a great job. Punk rock drummer. And a really great drummer, too. Some really cool music. Shares some of that with me as well. Love it when those folks share a little bit about their lives. Learn a little bit more about them. So we might get some, maybe getting some little gap here, it looks like, as Steneker starting to open up a little bit more of a gap. 5-second gap now. Now, Fedorov, we were just talking about him. Looks like he's come down pit lane. So Fedorov is on pit lane, taking some service here on lap 24. And they get a little bit of fuel. I wouldn't take a full load of fuel, that is for sure. So Fedorov is on pit lane in the 8 car. Salvia might be trying to do some fuel save strategy here. I'm not sure about Steneker's, modus operandus. But it does look like Salvia has backed that up a little, back to about 5.5 seconds. Snowden running in P3, Cage 4th, and Carter is in 5th. And Gordon Carter, as we just mentioned his name, indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. So we'll keep our eyes on Gordon Carter as he makes another pit stop. And that leads me to believe like some of these other guys are going to have to come down pit lane. Just think that might be the case. So over on our right side screen, that's Gordon Carter in the 56 car. He's going to be giving up P5 to come down pit lane. I think Pavlov might be able to get back around him, and then hopefully, Carter, in his mind, he's going to have to hope that he can catch back up. Steneker pretty comfortable now. 5-second lead for Hank Steneker. Salviev second. Snowden still running in that 3rd position. Ben Cage is 4th as you see Gordon Carter peeling off the track to come up pit lane. And I believe he is going to end up giving up a position there to Dennis Udichin once it's all said and done. Dana Grover finishing up his pit stop, it looks like, coming back out on track. Gordon Carter does appear to be able to hold on to that spot, so did not take him as long as I thought it might be, but that gap now between P5 and P6 is about 16 seconds. A pretty quick pit stop there. And again, I got to be wondering here about the race leader and P2. P3 has already come down pit lane. Maybe these guys on fuel safe strategy. Take a look at Zaleski as he got disconnected, but he was having a good race. Got disconnected, rejoined, now finds himself 2 laps down in the 11th position. But he is looking for a points night here. And hopefully sets himself up for a good run in Indianapolis next week. 2 cars out of the race, Correa and Meshkov. Hugo had some trouble early on. Meshkov also straight into the wall, lost the back end of the car, went into the wall, lost some parts and pieces of that. The damage too catastrophic to repair, so he dropped out of the race and now finds he's going to end up finishing in the 14th position. Snowden led some laps here, but he had a little bit of trouble as those guys caught him, got by, and he's not been been able to recover fully from that, but he's running in the 3rd position. He's got a podium finish headed his way here if he can maintain this spot. So good run here for William Snowden. He is the leader of that team. And teammate Ben Cage running back in the 4th position. And a good run here for him today too. Anytime you're finishing P5, any top 5 here in this series, you're doing a pretty good job. And Gordon Carter does hold that 5th spot after making his final pit stop. He is the first car 1 lap down, as those guys have yet to come down pit lane. And I would suggest they probably are going to be coming down pit lane. And speaking about coming down pit lane, it's Andre Fadin. As he's coming down to make his final pit stop here in this 77 car. The gap between Stedeker and Salviev is about 3 seconds. Here on lap 28, Hank Jan Stedeker is our leader. He had to work for it, but he got himself up to the front. And he's starting to lead a lot of laps here. Take a look at Dennis Yudichin running in P6. Good top 10 run. We're hoping to crack the top 5. It's been about 21 seconds or so between he and Gordon Carter. Yudichin in the 47 car, mixing it up here in the 6th position. So good run here for Dennis. Fedorov picking up a position as Fadin on pit lane. And Eugene Fedorov now up to the 8th spot in that 8 car. Fadin rejoins the racing surface in P9 in the 77 car. Take a look at Andre Fadin here in the 9th position. Again, good top 10 run here for him. Good points night. Just don't know if these guys have enough fuel to make it to the end. They might have to do a splash and go. And they've got a pretty comfortable lead. If you start thinking about the top two who are teammates, and just under 4 seconds separating the two of those guys, they've got a pretty comfortable lead. I mean, Snowden's back almost a minute behind these guys. He's in P3. So by the time you climb up pit lane, grab a little bit of fuel and get back out, you've got a pretty good buffer still. So I don't think there's a super big reason for concern. But the action might be between P1 and P2 if these guys both have to come down pit lane. Salviev has been backing up his runs, so he might be trying to conserve fuel. Nobody from either of the pit crews talking about what's going to go on here. Keeping it close to the vest. We've sent correspondents down to try to get some information, and they come back empty-handed. Zaleski getting by. It looks like Dana Grover's come off track. Dana Grover has some trouble, and Zaleski picks up a spot here late in the run. Let's see what happened. Dana Grover just misses the turn. Oh, he just goes straight. Then ends up in. Oh, he missed the turn, and right there, missed that left-hander. Gets off into the kitty litter and stays out of the wall, but that is good. He just ends up losing one spot. Take a look here as he just goes straight. He misses the turn. Maybe the ladies showed up, and it gets back out on track. Snedeker having a little bit of lap traffic in the way that he gets around. Here on lap 30. Don't forget to help me out by clicking on the Sim Lab link in the description of this race. I'm an affiliate through them, and I have a Sim Lab rig myself. I have the GT1 Evo shipped right to my house, and put that together in about an hour. It was less than an hour, really. The biggest time was just reading the instructions, make sure I got everything where I needed to go. But man, it was easy. And the wrench is it's all aluminum profile. We've been able to buy some modified pieces on eBay and through 8020.net and add stuff to the sim rig really, really easily. Oh, Snedeker having some trouble there. Snedeker having some trouble. Wow. Snedeker having some trouble. Doesn't cost him a huge time. Zaleski now on pit lane. He gives up that spot that he just gained from Grover. So he's now back to P11. So Snedeker with 5 laps to go had a little trouble there. Little hiccup there for Hank Snedeker. Maybe adjusting the fuel in car. Salviev trying to get by Zaleski. Salviev, oh no! Salviev into the wall! Oh my Alexei Salviev! Salviev in the wall, my heavens! Trying to get around some lap traffic, it looked like. And he got into the wall. Oh my heavens! Let's see what happened here. Salviev goes to the inside, misses this turn, and then spins the car. Whoa! And Pavlov gets through. That was not Zaleski. That was Pavlov. That changes things right there. Pavlov on the outside lets Salviev go by. Salviev just loosens the back end of the car, and he's in the wall. Oh, my heavens, man. One more here with Salviev. He's just carrying a ton of speed. A little bit of a flat entry in that turn, and just loosens the back. Ah. And he's had more trouble trying to get this thing back to pit lane, and I think he's going to have some more trouble there. He's going to have tons of damage, and Salviev having some trouble there, and he doesn't get into the wall, but oh my heavens. You see, going to the inside, and he just flattens out that turn a little bit too much. Bad angle into the turn and loses the back end of the car. And now finds himself trying to limp that thing home. He's got a little bit of a cushion here. Can he limp it home and keep Snowden from getting around him? And Hank Staniker, the pressure is off now. So, wow. Didn't look like there was any problems there as far as lap traffic. Gave him a lot of room. And he made contact with the outside wall, that on the left. So Staniker is 2.5 laps from the race win. And no sense of urgency now for him. No worrying about what's coming behind him because he has got a huge cushion. Snowden in third, Ben Cage fourth, Gordon Carter running in P5. Across the start-finish line for Staniker will be 2 laps to go. Zaleski has dropped out of the race. He'll finish in the 12th position. Been a tough night for him. Lost his connection, got back, found himself a lap down. Wasn't too long after that he fell 2 laps down, but he kept plugging away. But it looks like he has had some trouble and retired his machine. Staniker not worried too much right now about lap traffic. Pretty clear track ahead of him. And he looks to be on his way to his first victory of the season. He's been close. And it looks like he is starting to feel it right now. Climbing up the hill here, and he'll have one lap to go when he crosses the start-finish line. You're not much worried about fuel now. You got what you got, and I think he is going to come away with this victory. Salviev still in P2, Snowden third, Cage fourth, Carter in P5. So Hank Steneker. Big gap there on his teammate, 30-second gap, and it's all over but the shout now with Hank Steneker here at Road America. Fans are waving as he goes by. Hank Steneker up the hill. And Hank Steneker is going to take the victory here at Road America. So good run for Hank Steneker. A great run there for him, and finally gets his car in victory lane. Wow. Good run there for Hank. Alexei Salviev is going to come home in P2. Great points day here for him. William Snowden looking to try to get P3 sewn up. So what a run there for Hank Steneker. So Hank Steneker celebrating here his win at Road America. A good race there for everybody, I think. I mean, there's guys that had some trouble here, but an entertaining race, in my opinion. You're getting a few drivers there finishing up. Take a look at the race results. Take a look at the session results. Hank Jan Steneker, 35-lap champion here today at Road America. His teammate Alexei Salviev finishes in second. William Snowden battles back for a third-place finish. Ben Cage finishes in fourth. Gordon Carter, good top five run for Gordon Carter, finishes in P5. Dennis Yuchin finishes in the sixth position, standing on Pavlov seventh. Eugene Fedorov in the 8 car finishes in P8. Andre Fadin finishes in the 9th position. Dana Grover finishes in 10th. Finishing in the 11th spot is John Stanley. Mateus Zaleski finishes in 12th. Hugo Correa finishes 13th. And 14th is Alexander Meshkov. So congratulations to Hank-Jan Stedeker. It's the victory here at Road America. All right, we're joined up here in the booth by Hank-Jan Stedeker, and he gets the big win here at Road America. What a fight that was between you and your teammate Alexei. Also William Snowden in that mix too. Talk a little bit about that fight you had early in the race with those guys.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I had to pass William Snowden because I think it was pretty clear to most guys that it was going to be a straightforward one-stopper, unless some guys might not reach it on the tires. But yeah, I knew I had to pass William somehow, and well, I kind of didn't want to wait for the pit stops to see what happened, so I chose to try and feel it out with him. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm kind of bummed that William spun, and yeah, that was the deciding moment. But otherwise, I mean, I would have loved to continue that fight for the rest of the race. And then Alexei also chased me down for like, I think until lap 32 or something, and then suddenly he was gone. And then yeah, I knew there was not much that I could lose anymore. So yeah, it's always great to drive on Road America.
Yeah, Road America is so fast. Everything happens so quickly here. Lap traffic, talk a little bit about that as later. It didn't really seem to be too much of an issue for you since you had a pretty decent gap there on your teammate.
Yeah, that, and I mean, I think we have a pretty good setup on to be very quick on the straights, and that's not an easy feat to do with this car. It gets unstable really easily, so that probably also helped in getting through traffic, just being quicker on the straights. And I think a lot of people also struggled with tire wear on the left front, so that was something that I did see. Some people were at very different speed in the carousel.
Well, it seems to be you've been so close to a race victory here this season. Alexei's sort of dominated, and you know you've been close a couple times on the ovals. Today you got by him and claimed victory, but again the victory goes to the team as well. What's your thought process as you come into Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the final race of the season? A little bit more of a lengthy race there. We got a 100-lap race.
Yeah, I mean, it's always great racing Alexei. We're very close on pace pretty much everywhere. And going to Indianapolis, it's a pretty cool track. So, and I have a really good track record on it. I'm not sure if Alexei ever won it, like outside of HORL. I'm not even sure if he won it last year, but I feel at home there, so I'm definitely gonna make it very hard on him to get that extra win out of him.
Well, good luck there. That is my home track. I live about 45 miles away from Indianapolis Motor Speedway, so you know, definitely one that's close to my heart. But good to see you in victory lane here at Road America, and best of luck next week and in this championship.
Yeah, thanks. I'll have a quick flight to Daytona now, and then
right, good luck. Yeah,
and thanks
all
for
right,
having me on Turn Left and Right TV.
All right. Yeah, okay, buddy. Good job.
See you next week.
Yep. All right, that is Hank Stennecker up here wanting to change the name of the broadcast channel to Turn Left and Right TV. I get a little kick out of that, man. I was teasing you about that since we do some road courses and so forth. But, hey, great job to Hank Stennecker getting the win here at Road America. A difficult track. A lot of room to race here, but, man, the speeds are just incredible at this road course, and there's not a lot of time, not a lot of opportunity to recover when you make errors here at Road America. Don't forget, we got some more racing headed your way. Some more road course racing, as a matter of fact. Daytona Road Course coming up in the High Octane Racing League Thunder cars, the Thunder Cup Series. It's race number 3. It is the stock cars out there at Daytona Road Course. 35 laps. Beat the broadcaster night is starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is race time. Actually, I got 8:15. That's the wrong deal. It's actually 9 p.m. Yeah, change that banner there, man. What am I doing? But hey, come on out and race with us. We'd love to have you, man. A lot of fun. That's coming up a little bit later tonight. It's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tough Trucks will be back in action on Tuesday. They'll be at Gateway Raceway. Yeah, the egg-shaped oval headed your way in the Tough Trucks. Be the first time these guys have been out on that track. 120-lap race. And that's coming up on January the 23rd. That's a Tuesday, and racing will start at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today's race has been brought to you by EliteHostUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That's EliteHostUSA.com. I want to say thank you so much for coming out and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. That's going to do it for me today. I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys later. I'm out of here.